Hi, good afternoon, everyone. This is Dr. Anjali Hooda, and today I am actually bringing in one of my patients, and she has agreed to be with us today on the Facebook Live, and she's I mean, all of my patients, my favorite patients. She's extremely like an example for most of the patients for me. And I think if you listen to her views, and we are going to talk about, we have some questions that we'll ask her and share her point of view with us. So Neha came to me, I think, in February of this year, and definitely she was overweight, and I would only share her weight if she wishes to, but I will not go further. But she was overweight, she's diabetic, and she started getting she was impatient, and she, I think, looked out for help somewhere. And so I'm going to ask Neha. Neha, welcome to Facebook Live. Can you hear her? Go ask them. Neha, can you hear us?
Yes, of course I can. I hope you can hear me.
Yeah, now I can hear. So sorry for the delay, guys. Okay, so Neha, what made you seek professional help at that point?
So, doctor, when I came to you on the 1st of February 2017, I remember categorically, I was a mess. And I remember walking into your clinic and saying, I'm a mess, I need help, I have mental issues, I have personality issues, and I had definitely medical issues. I had reached a low point where I think my weight had just permeated this negativity around me. A very crass analogy, but it's worth drawing, is that when you have garbage that you keep accumulating and throwing at a place, and you don't remove it, it just sort of stinks and it becomes dirty. That's what had happened with the excess weight in my life. And I realized that a mild diet or a mild workout is not going to work. It needs to go aggressive. And you know what? I knew you were the best option.
All right. So wonderful, Neha. And I'm so happy that you're sharing the fact that you realized you needed help and you came to a professional and you took charge of your life, and that made you, make a few changes in your life. So the question now is that, see, everybody wants to start a program, everybody wants to get healthy, but the problem is that most of the people are not able to. It's very difficult, and I want you to share some things that were difficult for you as well, when you were trying to get back your life together.
I'd always been an overweight girl. I was a fat girl through school, through college. I battled weight in all through my 20s, all through my teens, to my early 30s also. I'm just 33 today, but through 31, 32. Everybody always said, oh, you've got such a pretty face, you've got such an amazing personality, you're a great girl. But the right boy will, they always empathized. It is not even about finding a man, it's about how you felt about yourself. You could wear the most expensive of clothes, you could have, I don't know, the most fancy of makeup artists do your makeup, but if you are not fit mentally and physically and comfortable in your own skin, nothing is going to seem right. When I started, when PCOD took a downward spiral to diabetes, and I started to inject myself with 37 units of insulin, sometime in last year, I hit rock bottom. Which today seems to be the biggest blessing in disguise, because that was my trigger point that, listen, this needs to be cured. I still spent 7 months battling it before I came to you. Having said that, I think, and having all the overweight history that I have, I think one thing is that it's all in the mind. You need to push your mind, you need to condition your mind, you need to be your own therapist, and you need to be your therapist through that journey till you change your thought process about food, till you make that personality change about food, till you understand food, that it's not just about 3,500 calories, it's about where those 3,500 calories that you need to lose come from. And for that, you need somebody to impart that knowledge to you, to make somebody your guru. And you know what? I found that in the way my counseling sessions with you, I was fortunate. What happens with a lot of dietitians here is that nobody tells you, and I'm not saying this disparagingly towards anybody, but when you are in a chronic overweight situation which has a health hazard, then you need to understand food, because you're not just losing the weight for today. You need it. One thing is to lose the weight, and the other thing is to keep it lost. To keep it lost, you need to understand food, and I think that is where I think today, very proudly, I'd say I am at a place. Now I know that, okay, French fries, a bowl of French fries could be 300 calories, and avocado could be 295 calories. But it's so anybody would say, oh, they're the same amount of calories, but it's where are those calories coming from? Protein, carb, fat, what?
Wow. I just love you right now. Yeah, please go on. Yeah.
So don't start asking yourself those questions, nothing's going to change.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's the key is, I've spoken too much, I know, but it's conditioning your mind and keeping it conditioned. Be your therapist.
Right. So Neha, tell me one thing. When you started the program, and not everybody is able to convince, and it's very difficult for them to um, start making those changes, going to a restaurant, not being able to order the pizza, and and going for salads. How was that transition for you? How did you feel?
Well, the next morning I had to get onto the scale. And I had to be hard on myself. Listen, even if it meant sort of pulling your hair and telling yourself that you're good for nothing, just be hard. You have to be hard on yourself. You have to. It's not just about your conscience being your watchdog. It's that dedication to yourself. The fact that you have to prove it. The fact that I'm fed up of being fat. I need something in my life to change. I need to be different. The key is, again, just being hard on yourself. For me, that's how it worked. Like literally pulling my cheek sometime and saying, dude, you freaking well not eat that. You overeat and starve yourself.
Right.
So now every time I overeat at a night out, now the 20 kilos later, I do that. I have to be honest.
So how much have you lost? So tell our viewers, how much have you lost now?
Approximately 21 and a half, 22.
Wow. From Feb to November, which is, I think...
Yeah, so from 91 to 69.
Wow, this is beautiful. I mean, I think people should learn from people, from Neha, that look at her. I mean, she's done it and she's gone off insulin, and I mean, what a brave person you are. I have to tell you that. And you've been super compliant. You've actually had some willpower, some help, and also you understood the macronutrients well. You understood how to take care. So you're not hopping from one dietitian to nutritionist to another doctor. You just made this permanent change in your life, which is very important for diabetic or somebody who wants to lose weight, right?
Of course, and I think it's all, as I said, it's all about it's a whole journey, because it's not just a journey about food; it's a journey about your life. So you work on your mind, you condition your mind, you have to condition how you start grooming yourself. It's a complete personality metamorphosis. It's a really funny thing, but I must share it. When as a slightly overweight girl, I was very rough about things. That I was a caring person, yes, but in the way I conducted myself, I could be very harsh. But now, grace in what I do has automatically come in, which is a beautiful transition that I've seen happen in the last 9 months. So I think it's, once you understand it holistically, then you see the change. And once you get rid of the first 5, 7, 10, then it just starts happening on its own, and it's beautiful.
Right. So Nia, tell me, some of our patients are not super motivated. They don't feel as motivated as you feel right now. So what would your suggestion be to people who are starting out, or diabetics who are starting out to manage their diabetes? What are the couple of changes that they should make right away?
Okay. So it's basically, remember one thing. It's not Rome wasn't built in a day. Nothing can be achieved in a day, but cumulatively, every day matters. So you can't, while I did say a few minutes back, you have to be hard on yourself, but you have to be hard on yourself on a sustainable, consistent basis. So consistency is the key. Conditioning your mind, not letting yourself lose hope because, oh my God, you've plateaued. Like, for example, I came to you a month ago and not a month ago, I think 3 weeks ago, and my weight had been plateaued.
Yeah.
It was for a month and a half. You either beat yourself over it and say, I give up, or you say, fine, you know what, I work harder, I change something. So you have to know that while the scale matters, but it's also about what working out, what eating light does to you, how it makes you feel overall. You have to set your goals and set smaller goals. Like, I knew I had to lose close to 28 kilos.
Yes.
I set myself goals of 5, of 6, so that I could achieve my milestone, feel happy about it, so I didn't demotivate myself that way. Choose a lighter option each time before you eat something. And this is key. I have a horrible chocolate temptation. Like, I love it.
Yes.
I mean, I think on my before I die, if I were to ever be asked what's my last wish, I'd say dark chocolate.
I agree. Okay.
Wait 10 minutes. Give yourself 10 minutes. Distract yourself. If after those 10 minutes you still want something, then portion control. You have to cut down on
so portion control is the key, right? Portion control.
Yes.
Very important. A lot of patients are not understanding portion control. Like when diabetics eat fruits, I've seen they'll eat like a full bowl of fruits and everything, which is not correct, because of course they're increasing their blood sugar and all that. You need to know that everything should be portioned out. So you can't just eat too much protein, too much fruits, too much vegetable. Portion it out so that you eat a well balanced meal per day. So for you, portion works very well, I think.
Yeah.
Right?
Correct.
Now you pretty much eat everything, right?
Except
the junk. Except the junk.
Except the junk, but I still try to lay off. I still try to keep off. Now, of course, yes, but then each time I end up eating too much, I do my juice cleanse. Like, if I was going for a friend's wedding over the weekend to Goa, I did a juice cleanse a day before I went, so I had a calorie deficit. Now that I've come back, I'm going to do this juice cleanse again.
Yes,
so you
I love the juice cleanse.
It's my favorite.
Yes. So, tell me.
Balance.
Yeah, balance is very good, and you mastered the science of balance and portion control. You're the master.
And I think, but doctor, I tell you what's very important is food habits have to be inculcated since we are little kids in Punjabi families. In our sort of Punjabi. We're taught कि बेटा घी खा लो. अरे तुम swim करके आए हो, तुम्हें भूख लगी होगी, French fries खा लो. No, it doesn't work like that.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
You have to teach us, or we have to teach our kids, and I'll show you. I'm going to send my kids when I have them to you to start teaching them when they're as old as 5, 6, 7.
Yes.
What is protein? What is carbs? What is fat? Why sugar is good? Why sugar is not good? And we all have our sin foods. We should all accept that. Like, for me, my poison is dark chocolate and Diet Coke. I can give up alcohol. I used to love champagne. But
I remember writing that down in your first prescription when I was writing like the issues. I remember you loved alcohol, and I'm so glad that you're like, you managed to get off it.
The point is that keep 1 or 2 of your poison foods. Like a Diet Coke, I can't give up, but I've again started having the smaller can, not the bigger can.
Correct.
There cut down on
portions. You're still doing portions with the stuff that that it's not right, but you want to have it.
Another thing that what people don't tell us is liquids also have calories, and liquids more often than not have more sugar-based calories.
Exactly.
So sweetie liquids, as I call them, need to go. They really, really need to go. Yeah. That's one massive change I've made. I used to have a lot of Sprite. That's totally gone. Totally. I mean, then somebody started saying, oh, mix Sprite with soda and have it. But damn it, it's still got calories, it's still got fat. So you need to know the free foods that you can have. Like, for me, apple is a free food more than almonds. But when I'm really, really hungry, I have, say, 2 hazelnuts. Really, and sometimes at night, I sleep very late, I wake up very early.
Yeah. Tell us the late night snacking now. What are your habits? Because I remember you would pretty much eat late night anything. And now what do you do?
Now I munch on, like, say, 2 pieces of hazelnut at night. Or for me, my free food is the tea in almond milk without sugar.
Perfect.
So you need to find you need to find these free foods, keep them for that real pang of hunger. Everything else, portion control, therapy on your mind, be your therapist. And depression is something you have to battle with, because depression makes you want food. We all want comfort food when we are depressed.
Right.
You can fall for that. You have to see the bigger picture. And most importantly, keep the weight loss goals small and easy. You'll keep at it that way.
Right. So Neha, you're now, we know that, you've achieved 21 kilo weight loss and everything. Now, after this, where is your journey lead you to? Like, are you done, or are you?
No, I don't think I'll be done for the rest of my life.
Okay, I love that. Okay.
My BMI is still 26. The normal is 25. So I need to get my BMI down to 23.
Perfect.
The fat percentage to be 40 is down to 28. I need to be 22, as you told me. So clearly, the journey is still on, and I'm very happy about it. I continue working out, except for this week. It's my birthday week, so I'm chilling, indulging in myself.
So when is your birthday? Tell us, we're gonna all wish you.
On Sunday.
Oh, is it 19th or 20th? 19th.
Yeah.
20th.
Yeah,
19. Oh, you share it with Indira Gandhi, you know that? Okay, very cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so now tell me, so before, I just need to give viewers a few, exemplary diet plans. So before that, I want you to tell me, you've really explained a lot and everything. So 2 takeaways from this call, 2 takeaways to tell the viewers that, you've told a lot, but just 2 main things.
Balance is key. Portion control. Find your poison foods. Portion control those. Find your free foods. Don't overindulge in those. Understand food. Understand where the calories are coming from. Lastly, keep the goals small so you'll stay motivated. And stay happy. Trust me, the state of mind determines a lot on the scale.
Yeah, it does. We have a lot of diabetics who are depressed, and I talked about that in the last session about.
If you need that, go get it.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
there is a stigma getting therapy. Don't fall for that stigma. If you need therapy, go get it.
Absolutely. I agree.
If you need help, go get it. Like if it's mental help, if it's physical help, in terms of trying to lose weight, if you need help, I think it's a very bold thing to do is to go get it. And there is phenomenal people who are out there to help all of us. And I think it's just about putting yourself out there, and you'll find the help.
Perfect, Neha. I always knew you'd be such a good conversationalist, and you've really outdone yourself. Thank you so much. You can still hang on the screen, because if I finish, then I'll have to log you out. So just hang on to the screen. I'll take 5 minutes to tell patients about like sample diet plans, which we sort of prepared in the office. So for vegetarians, for breakfast, I would suggest, so portions you will have to discuss with your dietitian or nutritionist. Only for the breakfast, I'm telling you the options that for diabetics, what are the good options are sprouted moong dal. Either you make a sprout salad or a chila out of it. Then there is green pea stuffed paratha, but paratha I don't mean fried, I mean lightly oiled. And you can always have these things with ghar ka mint chutney and all that. And for South Indians, breakfast options can be an uttapam, but you can, for non-vegetarians, egg eaters, you can do a non-veg uttapam with egg in it, or you can make a veg uttapam but add extra oat bran so that you kind of have more fiber. And you can also do either a millet upma, or millet is like your bajra and all that, and you can make either quinoa upma and all that. And for North Indians, well, veggies, omelette, or like something with moong again, and add egg, a couple of eggs, they don't hurt. And for non-vegetarians, I would say definitely eggs. They should really capitalize on the fact that eggs are so good. and they could eat eggs with either vegetables or avocado or something like that. So so these are the breakfast options for diabetics which they should have. So having good fats is actually a good thing for diabetics also, so please concentrate on that. And mid-morning choices usually for vegetarians, I would say charch is good, flax seeds, roasted flax seeds, little bit of fruit for diabetics, not too much, like kind of plain major serving with it, and like a little bit papaya. And for lunches, I always recommend for vegetarians, it should be like a protein vegetable. Remember, I was teaching you the plate method last time. So it should be lots of salads and vegetables, little bit of starch, which could be in form of either a baja roti or a brown rice, and then quinoa or something. Quinoa is not such a it's not a commonly eaten food by most of Indians. So I always put it there because it's gaining more momentum with every month. But still, we have our brown rice is there, and roti, whole wheat roti is there. And for South Indians, you can, let's say, do ragi idli and coconut chutney. Don't have sambar. Too many items make more calories. And for North Indians, you can do like a pulao rice, brown rice pulao, or a kabuli chana salad, black chana salad, quinoa stuffed roti, or a roti, regular missi roti with methi and dahi and stuff like that. And non-vegetarians, please add your chicken, because chicken is I mean, it's lean meat is not bad. And evenings, you everybody could pretty much do well. Diabetics do well with nuts, and I don't advocate fruit in the evening. Um, Chana dal, and you can have chana roasted dal, rasam, and all that. And then for grilled vegetables, you can do grilled vegetables, green tea, and stuff like that for the, for diabetics. And grilled sandwich, I don't mean like, like a club sandwich with many breads. Please try to have stick to like couple. And for dinner, again, I would prefer that. See, diabetics tend to get hypoglycemic during the night, so they should have like a nice. They should have some starch in the night, which is a slow carb, and like oats or brown rice or quinoa, or and you can do vegetables, sabziyon ka kuch, you can make a concoction of vegetables, and not too much of carb in the night, but yes, a little bit carb is important because you're going to have probably going to have um, low sugars in the night, so you don't want to wake up with low sugars, or if you're on hypoglycemic drugs, then that can happen. So late night snacks, like Neha was also explaining to us, she would eat a couple of hazelnuts, and those things in small portions are okay, like we eat prune, or some chana or something, just to make sure that your blood sugar stays stable in the night. And I'm pretty much over with the session, except that there's, I think, um, someone is asking me to send a menu list for diabetes. I don't send menu lists of diabetes. You can just listen to this program and interpret however. And one patient just asked me, should I go off gluten? Well, diabetes is usually an autoimmune disease, so you can go off gluten if you want to go off gluten. If you don't want to go off gluten, then you can totally you can totally go gluten. Going off gluten doesn't have to mean that you have to